Hello there. I'm Coach Abby. Thank you once again for joining me on Love Advice TV. Love Advice TV is a channel created exclusively for you to assist you in navigating through any relationship challenges you may be facing. If you're here today, it's likely that you're going through some type of heartbreak and maybe even the kind that shakes your confidence to the core. I know how that feels. We all, I think, at some point know how that feels. But I want to tell you something that most people don't hear enough. The version of you your ex walked away from doesn't have to be the version they remember. Now, perception isn't truth. It's just a snapshot. And you, my friend, are not frozen in that frame. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to rewire your ex's perception of you. Not through manipulation, not by pretending, but by evolving into a version of yourself that even you can't help but fall in love with again. Right now, your ex is looking at you through a specific emotional filter. You know, that filter may be shaped by a difficult argument, a long period of emotional disconnection, maybe even your reaction to the breakup, the texting, the pleading, crying, chasing, or simply just shutting down. But here's the truth. People do not remember facts. They remember feelings. So when your ex thinks of you, they aren't recalling the timeline per se. They're recalling how they felt when they were with you the last time. Now, here's the beautiful part. Feelings evolve. And just like emotions can fracture a bond, emotions can also rebuild it. Our job now is to gently, subtly, and powerfully introduce your ex to the version of you they haven't yet met. And that's the grounded, magnetic, self-possessed you. But before we dive into this subject, I strongly suggest you first take the free assessment questionnaire below. It is designed to pinpoint where you last stood in the relationship. So you can use it as a point of reference of sorts. You may be asking yourself, how can I possibly change the perception of me? They know me. They know I get unhinged at times. We all do, though. You are sort of right. They do know you, a part of you. Because admit it, most of us don't even know 100% of who we truly are, how we feel, or how we will react to certain things. They only have a perception of who they think you are. However, perception is changeable. Did you know, honestly, that the human brain is wired to update its beliefs based on new emotional input? That means if your ex saw you at your worst, emotional, reactive, hurt, possibly unhinged, that memory can be replaced over time with a new experience of who you are now. What really changes their perception, though? Subtle contrast, emotional inconsistency with their memory of you. Suddenly, you're not texting them constantly. You're not commenting on their post. You're not showing up in predictable ways. Because as you said, they know you. They know you're sort of stalking their social media. They know that you're asking about it. They predict that you are. But when you show them that you've changed, the energy has just shifted. And when you've shifted, they feel it, even from afar. That's when their brain will say, wait, something's different here. Maybe I misjudged them. Maybe I wasn't seeing the full picture. Now that's the opening, and it's in that opening that new feelings, new perceptions can begin to take root. It's so exciting to think that we can rewire their perceptions of us by establishing new behaviors as referenced in the 5 core pillars to rewire human perception. So let's break down these 5 cores so that we can create a powerful shift in your ex's perception of you. The number 1, let's embody emotional certainty. You don't have to be perfectly over it, but your energy should communicate calm certainty. Say less, feel more. Move slower. Let your presence say, I'm okay. I've grown. I'm not the same person who broke down last month. This subtle energetic shift is magnetic. Number 2, interrupt their expectations. If they expect drama, as they often do, don't deliver it. If they expect a breakdown, give them emotional neutrality. If they expect jealousy, give them peace. You're not performing. You're evolving. You need to let your maturity disorient their assumptions. Number 3, be present, not predictable. Every move you make from here should feel intentional. What you post online, how you respond or don't. There's so much said in silence. What you do with your time, let it all reflect a person who is fully rooted in their own value. And they will notice and they will wonder. Number 4, plant seeds of mystery and growth. Don't overshare. Don't ask too much. Set subtle boundaries. Change your demeanor without affecting your core. If you're typically jovial, don't present yourself all mature. However, restrain from being too familiar in nature. You know what I mean. You need to shift that tone so it triggers respect and maybe even admiration. Because now you're not just an ex, you're someone that they could be interested in rediscovering. And number 5, the last of our core, is heal deeply, not superficially. And this takes a little bit of time, and this is what will allow you to be patient throughout the breakup. Because we always want to repair everything so fast. Let's seal the deal, Abby. If I reach out, I know that they'll respond. They might, and yes, you might get back with your ex. But do you really want to without doing all the work, the internal work, to assure that we don't repeat another breakup? This might be the most important one, to heal deeply. Don't just look better, become better. If you've struggled with insecurity, self-sabotage, or emotional dependency, as we all have at some point, this is your moment to do the work. Not to get them back, but to emotionally be strong, to show them that you've become emotionally self-sourced. You're magnetic without even trying. So many times I get but Abby, how long will all this rewiring take? Because we want it now. We want everything immediately. It doesn't work that way. It really varies. Every relationship is unique. We can't expect the same timeline from a relatively emotionally unscathed breakup from that of a long-lasting toxic relationship. One may require an uncompromised commitment to attain this goal. Now, please don't hesitate to book a one-on-one session with me if you feel you may need some help in creating a positive personal perspective from your partner's point of view. Sometimes we rush into it, and it's not that. I am a firm believer to trust in your intuition. It usually is the right way, but sometimes we react out of impulse, a little bit out of desperation. That's not really beneficial for you because it's very emotionally fueled, and you need to come from a place of being regulated emotionally. You need to remember you're just really not alone in this. You have coaches, you have mentors, you have sources. Please reach out for them, because sometimes we want to do it all by ourselves, and we have to remember that all by ourselves we got into this mess. So regardless of the situation, this shift usually starts internally before they even notice externally. So here's how you'll know it's working. All of a sudden they reach out just to check in. You respond to your energy shift by becoming curious. It's interesting because we need to believe in that internal force of energy. It's a little bit of the law of attraction. Energy attracts energy. and they will respond to that energy shift. They become more emotionally vulnerable in interactions with you. They begin to mirror your calm confidence. And even if they don't show up immediately, they feel it. If your ex is still holding on to a limited version of who you were, don't fight it. Just become someone so grounded, so deeply evolved, that the old perception can't survive in your presence. That's how you rewire them. That's how you turn heartbreak into healing, and healing into attraction. At the end of the day, you may want to thank the breakup, though if you are really offered that opportunity, and it is an opportunity to recreate yourself for them, but most importantly for yourself. Thank you once again for joining me today. As always, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on personal growth, mending broken relationships, and everything in between. Until next time, I'm Coach Abby.